Were you aware of one of his girlfriends by the name of Katherine Magbanua?
Yes.
Did you ever have the opportunity to meet that particular girlfriend?
Yes. We met maybe 2 or 3 times.
2 or 3 times? Do you recall what the occasions were?
There was one time we had dinner when I was in town, which is what I did every time I'd come to town and have dinner with my brother and a different girl. And then one time I went to the beach for an hour or so, and she and a friend of hers joined us.
Okay. And was there a third time?
I don't actually remember a third time.
All right. So was there anything special about this girlfriend in terms of her relationship with your brother? Did they seem closer or more serious?
It didn't seem serious.
Were you off-put by Ms. Magbanua for any reason? Did she seem like different from the ordinary trail of women that came through his life?
She seemed perfectly nice.
Did you bond with her in a special way? Did you have a different type of relationship with her than you had with any of his other girlfriends?
No, I mean, if anything, I'd say I'd been closer to other girlfriends. I only met her twice.
All right. When you and Wendi Adelson had dinner with Charlie Adelson and Katherine Magbanua, did you get the impression that this was the first time that Wendi had ever met Magbanua?
I got that rough impression because there was, I don't recall a great deal about that meeting, but I do remember some getting to know you talk that would have been abnormal if they had a long, steady relationship. So they were talking about their life situations and such.
All right.
In an introductory way, yes, ma'am.
Okay. And did Wendi at any time express to you any particular enthusiasm about this woman as opposed to any of her brother's other girlfriends?
Yeah, prior to the meeting, she seemed very excited about the fact that her brother was dating Katherine.
All right. And was that surprising?
Yes, a little bit. After dinner, it seemed a little surprising. It wasn't quite once we had dinner, it wasn't quite what I had expected given Wendi's descriptions.
All right. And had you been through this with Wendi before? Your relationship was relatively new as well. Do you have personal knowledge about the way Wendi typically reacted to Charlie's girlfriends?
I don't recall exactly that. I don't.
Okay. Did anything unusual happen at the dinner?
Well, there's 2 things that stuck out to me. The first one was that Wendi Adelson had kind of a complex about being a single mom because Charlie had told her that no man wants to date a single mom. So we had this conversation repeatedly. And then I show up to dinner and Charlie's dating a single mom. So that was a little surprising.
Do I look like the kind of guy that wants to come home from work and talk to my 37-year-old girlfriend while her kid farts in my face? No, they're my nephews. I love them. But as far as dating someone, hell no.
What about her ex, Sigfredo Garcia? Were you aware of him at all before this case?
No.
So you didn't even know she had an ex?
I knew she had an ex because my brother once mentioned that he was dating a girl and she had an ex that seemed a little scary. And I said, maybe you should stay away from that.
Yeah, and so the ex, did you have specific knowledge about why he was a little scary?
No.
And did Katherine Magbanua ever tell you anything that was specifically scary about him?
No.
Were you aware of your brother having any communications with the scary ex-husband?
No, only that my brother seemed a little scared of him, but I don't know that they talked or didn't talk.
So it would be surprising to you to learn that they had a relationship.
Very.
We talked about the fact that she's a single mom.
Yes.
Did it come up any information about her child's father?
Yes, exactly. So that was the second thing that was surprising, that this sticks out to me, is during that getting to know you small talk, Ms. Magbanua had mentioned that the father of her children had interactions with
I'm only going to object because this is a discovery violation. It's the first time I'm ever hearing of the statement of my client's being made.
What's your objection?
It's a discovery violation. I need a Richardson hearing. I've never heard the statement of my client ever in the past 6 years of this case.
Did you have the opportunity to take his deposition?
Yes, and it wasn't mentioned.
All right, well, if it's not asked, then you can't mention it, so that's overruled. You can
Mr. Lacoste, is this the first time you've ever mentioned this statement?
It is not.
Okay, when have you mentioned it before?
I talked to Investigator Isom between March and May of 2015 because he had called inquiring about Miss Magbanua about a year and a half before she was arrested.
Okay, and you previously given some testimony in this matter as well?
Wait, again, please.
Have you previously given testimony in this matter, the same case?
Yes,
All
yes.
right.
Yes.
And what statement, if any, did Ms. Magbanua make about her child's father?
Yeah. So I cannot recall every exact word. I remember references to fighting, the word police, and that he definitely had a criminal record, which didn't sound like speeding tickets. It sounded serious.
Okay. And you never had the opportunity to meet her child's father, did you?
No, I never met him.
Okay. Did Charlie participate at all in that conversation?
We were all there. We were all engaged.
But he didn't specifically say anything relevant, like,
I don't recall
hey, I know
anything.
that guy,
No,
for
I
example.
did not say anything quite like that I recall.
We have arrested Sigfredo Garcia for the murder of Professor Daniel Markel. The state attorney approved a probable cause affidavit for him yesterday evening, and TPD obtained an arrest warrant. Mr. Garcia was located by the Hollandale Beach Police Department in Broward County and taken into custody. He is currently in the Broward County Jail awaiting a first appearance hearing and extradition to Leon County. This is still an active criminal investigation. In order not to jeopardize this ongoing investigation, the probable cause in this case has been sealed by Judge Solstrom. This will limit the information that we can provide to you today. I would ask for your patience as we continue to move forward with this investigation. We are not finished yet. Once this investigation has reached its conclusion, we will release all documents and information in accordance with state law. Thank you.
Unbeknownst to you.
I did say I thought someone might have done this on my behalf, yes.
And who did your brother know that had connections that could get something like that done?
I have no idea.
Do you know Katherine Magbanua?
I have met Katherine Magbanua twice, as I mentioned.
She was your brother Charlie's girlfriend at the time of this murder, wasn't she?
I believe
Objection
so.
has been answered.
There may have been other girlfriends
Overruled.
there at the time.
Wait a second. Okay, now answer the question.
Specifically at the time of the murder, Katherine Magbanua was your brother's girlfriend at that time, correct?
I think so.
Okay. And
About her, I just say, Wendi, listen, if you put a 37-year-old Victoria's Secret model in front of me, I wouldn't want to get serious with her. Why? When I can be with a 25-year-old. I said, a 25-year-old is going to be 18 in 15 years. I go, you want to buy a car with high mileage or low mileage?